Took the extra bag.
And right after the bunt is laid down, the Rams
Evans ready. And look at that, beautiful pizza hitting. He just serves it into left, right where it was pitched. And it's an RBI for Saavedra to drive in Schrader. Beautiful pizza, two-strike hitting for Saavedra with the RBI. That is socked into right center. It's a gapper for Saavedra. At least two are going to score. The windmill's on at third base. It's a bases clearing double for Darren Saavedra. One, two. That's well hit into the gap. On its way is a towering two-run homer for Everett Burdett. Runner stole second. That was Schrader. That ball is on its way! It's a birthday grand slam for Jay Squaller! Blow out the candles, young fella! He drives in all four!
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hey, it's me, George Lovato Jr., the on-call outdoor chef, and you're watching me right now on ProView Networks Comcast Channel 26. I'm coming back for Season 3, a lot of new stuff, fun recipes from the Southwest, a little history, Southwestern cooking techniques. We're going to cook underground. I might even tell you a secret about Chimayo red chili. Come on back and watch us at chasingtheflames.com or here on Channel 26, ProView Networks. Bye-bye. See you later.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hey, it's me, George Lovato Jr., the on-call outdoor chef, and you're watching me right now on ProView Networks Comcast Channel 26. I'm coming back for Season 3, a lot of new stuff, fun recipes from the Southwest, a little history, Southwestern cooking techniques. We're going to cook underground. I might even tell you a secret about Chimayo red chili. Come on back and watch us at chasingtheflames.com or here on Channel 26, ProView Networks. Bye-bye. See you later.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView.
From Sports Animal. Now it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Well, the talk about the preseason poll is so incredible and just, to me, so overweighs its weight. We're going to get into that. Lots of NFL camp stuff. Dodgers found an opponent they could finally beat. Just go to Denver. Lots of stuff to do, but we're going to start you with football. Good morning, boys and girls, and happy Tuesday. Thanks for finding the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. How you living?
What it do?
It do a lot. This is how we're going to do Tuesday mornings now for the foreseeable future, and I like this a lot. And we're going to start out talking New Mexico State football. Tony Sanchez is the head coach down at his alma mater, and he's been very gracious with his time and offered us Tuesday mornings at 7 o'clock because it fits into his schedule, and so we appreciate that. Aggies open up the season. They start a week from Saturday. They'll be in Tallahassee taking on Florida State. 5 o'clock is game time, Mountain Time. You can watch it on the CW. Tony Sanchez joins us this morning on The Sports Animal. Good morning, Tony. How you doing?
I'm doing good, guys. How you doing?
Good. Are you guys? At what point do you flip camp mode into kind of game prep mode? Have you already done that? Is that maybe later this week? When does that kind of flip?
That actually starts this morning. So we kind of ended camp on Sunday night, and then Monday they're in a normal schedule now. Mondays are day off. They'll start school Wednesday, but today, for the next 3 days, we'll get into Florida State mode, and then we'll do a little walkthrough Friday, and then our mock game Saturday. But these next 3 practices are all Florida State, and then obviously next week will be 2.
All right, let's go to camp. How'd it go? I mean, when you walk away from it, I don't think most coaches walk away say, I feel good. The guys worked hard. We recruited well. We got, a hole here, maybe a question here. But you went in, you named a quarterback early. Yeah, I've been hearing, I can't tell you, everybody that I talk to that's been down there tells me how amazing TK King is. I know you like what your defense is. So that said, you walk away from camp and feel what?
It's kind of all the above what you said. You feel good about it. Our guys were, they were all in, did a really good job of showing up and just, pounding the pavement every day. They did a really good job. I like the way the offensive lines come together and gel, and I think that we've got a much improved group there. So we'll get tested right away in week 1. So that'll be good to see. But we feel like we got 7, maybe 7.5 guys that can, legitimately, play in games, and they will game 1. We feel like we're deeper than just one deep on that O-line with starters. And really the group that we felt could be really good, and it's kind of exceeded our expectations, is that running back room. That running back room's kind of back to what we're used to. I think we have 3 really dynamic players there. James Jones has been outstanding, just outstanding spring, outstanding camp, really, really talented guy. So excited to see him, and that TJ Washington, the kid that came over from Iowa. He's done a tremendous job. And then there's a host of other guys behind them. So excited about that offensively. Again, that offensive line room, running back room, and that's where we needed the greatest areas of improvement. Excited about, Trey Hedden and quarterback, and I think there's a couple guys behind him that are, that are playing really well too. And then, yeah, like you said, TK King, dynamic receiver. And AJ Williams, man, probably had the best camp of all the wide receivers. He's a guy, big 6'4", 200-pound kid who was starting going into last season and broke his ankle second week of camp, so he missed the whole season. So, having him healthy and back, and, he was our most dynamic guy this camp as far as just making plays day in and day out. So, again, there's a host of guys there, but excited about the group.
He's New Mexico State head football coach Tony Sanchez with us on the Sports Animal.
Coach, there's a lot of new on the offense as you were just running down, but being able to have some consistency when it comes to this style and the coordinator, how does that play into it, even with so much turnover?
It's so nice having both the coordinators back and having some of that continuity. And, there are a lot of new faces. But the biggest difference between last year and this year, at least for us, is just the one portal. So we had 92 of our 105 in spring football. So every single one of these offensive linemen I'm talking about, every single one of our 5-deep backfield, all 9 receivers that will travel, every tight end in the tight end room, everybody was here in spring football. There's not a single guy in that 2-deep O-line, tight end room, running back room, quarterback room, or wide receiver room that wasn't here for the spring. So it wasn't like we had to gel in camp. We did it in the spring, and we had our summer walkthroughs and all that stuff, and our OTA stuff in June, and then we come back for fall camp, and it's just a lot more continuity. Rather than bringing 24, 25 guys in June like a year ago, when you're really trying to teach everything on, kind of drinking out of a fire hose. This year, the pace felt a lot better.
Special teams, what is that looking like for your squad?
I'll tell you what, I'm excited. So we've got a Brody Richter, our punter. He's a kid he was a 12-game starter at UCLA, averaged over 44 yards a punt, and they had a coaching change there, transfers to Minnesota. They decided to go to a rugby punt, so he doesn't punt there last year. Well, he's been bombing them in camp. Hopefully we don't overuse him, right? We don't only punt too much, but he's done a phenomenal job. So excited about him coming over. He's pretty special. And then Ilya Yubadov, coming over from Utah Tech, he's had a great camp and hit a 56-yarder in our last scrimmage, and he's got a big leg, and, obviously you want to see some consistency there and some pressure situations, but like those two guys, I think that, they give us a shot to get out of some holes and to put some points on the board.
Tony, knowing that so many close games went the wrong way last year, did you spend a lot of time in camp on situational stuff and end of the game situations where, you're holding on to a lead or you're down, or what the games that you got beat where you walked off the field just with the gut punch losses? Did you spend a lot of time on that in camp?
You do. I mean, we've got our little script and our schedule that we go through, throughout camp that hits all those situations. And we did a lot of 2-minute drills, offensively, defensively, you did a lot of the different situational type things and, your 4-minute offense and, obviously your 4-minute defense. And I mean, you go through all those different things and scenarios. And at the end of the day, we talk about it all the time. It's really about players making plays. You get into those crucial situations, someone's got to step up, someone's got to make a play, And last year we gave ourselves a lot of chances to win, and unfortunately didn't get it done. We threw that pick in the first play of an overtime one game, and you got a couple walk-off missed field goals, and again you have that game against Liberty where heck yeah, you missed a field goal, but before that you had a chance to go ahead and right outside of a 4-minute offense just get one more first down and really end that thing. So there's a lot of things that we've talked about. We want to make sure that we start fast and finish strong, and that whole DNA thing. But I think the biggest thing for us is going to be could you have the ability to run the football? We're going to be explosive in the passing game. We've got some guys that can stretch the field and everything like that. But a year ago, I think when push came to shove, we struggled being an overly physical team and running the football in crucial situations. That helps your defense, helps your offense, helps you control the game. It doesn't mean you're not going to throw the ball 30, 40 times a game, but when you need to run the ball, you have to be able to do it. And we struggled with that a year ago, and we feel a whole lot better about the group right now and their ability to do so.
New Mexico State football coach Tony Sanchez is with us for a few more minutes here on the Sports Animal. How much credence do you put into, if any, into preseason polls? Do you use them as motivation? I mean, you've seen them. I've taken a look at them, whether it's Athlon or whoever, and you've seen where you are. And then you go and you look at your football team, you feel pretty good about it. Do you use it as motivation going into the season? Do you just say, nobody knows anything, especially because of the portal, everybody's so different?
Oh, I mean, it's you just look at it. Just everybody last year's preseason polls. I mean, our counterparts down there in Albuquerque had a hell of a year, and nobody expected them to. Kennesaw State won our conference last year. They were picked to come in second to last. I mean, I think there was 9 teams last year that won 4 games or less that won 9 or 10 games last year. So it's one of those deals where, I don't think, if I'm a media guy, I don't even know who to pick. You're just kind of. It's like, some certain schools, they're going to be pretty good because of the amount of money they have to spend on players and such and retain guys. But for the most part nowadays, you just don't know because of the transfer portal and the turnover, and you're kind of guessing what these, especially at our level, you're guessing what these rosters are going to look like. It really comes down to quarterback play, keep, making sure, you don't give up too many explosive plays, create some on offense. And so we're not worried one bit about it. I always kind of judge like, okay, your roster, you've known your roster the last couple of years. Is your roster better? I look at all the close games we had last year. There's not many games where it wasn't a fourth quarter game where you didn't have a chance to strike, and we're a whole lot better. So what does that mean? It means there's opportunity. It doesn't mean anything more than that. So we got to go out, got to execute. But I don't think our guys are worried one bit about any of these polls because none of them have come to fruition the last couple of years.
What are the differences, if any, when you transition from camp mode to really game mode? And is it just more specifics of actually inserting certain plays and then maybe a scout team is actually doing something specific for an opponent?
Well, that's the biggest thing, it's a lot of broken hearts, right? So you run out there today and, you got a good portion of guys are going to run to the other side of the field on scout team, right? So it's kind of like, all right, that hierarchy's starting to happen now, and get your 1 and your 2 deep, you're going to get, lion's share of reps. Threes don't get many reps at all anymore unless you're kind of rotating in that 1 or 2 group. And so it's like, for example, today it's kind of base D&D. Tomorrow we'll get into the third downs, and then we'll hit some of the high red, low red stuff on Thursday, and then next week we have to speed it up a little bit. But we'll hit all those different situational things, and it's specific plays to attack our opponent. So it's all about Florida State's defense for our offense. It's all about, their offense for our defense. So it's 100% just, again, carding things up, running against what they do and how we're going to go ahead and attack it. So it's a lot more specific than just, install day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and then repeat and all that stuff. You're installing your offense and defense during camp and special teams. Now we're using what we do to attack what they do.
There's a lot of different ways to play these games. You open up Florida State on the road. You're going to an ACC team with a history. You're going to Doak Walker. You're going to a place where there's a lot of history. They probably got a $30 million roster on the other side. You like open, and we'll get into the specifics of who they are next week when we do this.
Yeah.
But do you like opening this way? Would you rather open up against an FCS? It is what it is. So this is what you got. But if you had your druthers, and how do you approach it when this is what you got? Because look, man, it's their first game too, and they're probably not sure what they've got either.
Yeah, I mean, there's different ways to look at it. I mean, it's so you do want to play. I think you want to play this game within the first week or two. You want to play these games, get them out. It's tough when you're sitting there and if you're trying to make a bowl eligibility run, or you're trying to make a conference championship run, and all of a sudden this game shows up week 8 or 9.
Yeah.
I always thought that was kind of weird. You want to play these games early, and like you said, though, I mean, it's just such a lion eat lion game now. So you get 10 years ago, a New Mexico State versus Florida State, I think the gap's way bigger, right? But in this day and age where they lost important people, they had people who were bought off their roster, they had to bring guys in. I mean, you look at their offensive line, and I think they have 4 starters that did not play for them last year. Their quarterback didn't play for them last year. I mean, they got a lot of new guys coming on in. Obviously, they've got some, good players that stuck around. I got a big-time All-American receiver we're going to have to deal with. And, so – honestly, I don't mind it. I don't think the gap's as big as it used to be. I think those old blue bloods kind of, had the, I remember, going to Ohio State at UNLV and, going to Michigan, those kids were there for 4 and 5 years and just kind of stockpiled. Well, now there's going to be attrition on every roster unless you're in that kind of top 10% of teams, So I think they're going to be a really good football team. I think we're going to be really, really challenged with, some of their athletes. But, I don't mind playing it early on, week 1, week 2. I mean, I think those are the best times to play these games.
Perspective is such a important thing. And I was reading something on a Florida State media outlet. They're talking about, and this first number blew my mind, but probably where you figured it was. So the current state of college football is averaging over $40 million on its roster, and poor Florida State's only spending 25 on their roster. It was kind of a woe was me. And then I know you look at what you've got. The gap from that perspective, when you say maybe the talent gap or with the portal is closed a little bit, but man, oh man, I don't know where those numbers are in your mind, if that's kind of what you thought they were. But poor Florida State's only got $25 million to spend on their roster.
Yeah, it's really an interesting thing. And I think that, when you look at the NFL, and, you look at 32 teams, and obviously they got their salary cap, and they've got a more competitive structure the way they do it, right? But, it's 32 rosters, and there's only going to be 48 active players on a game day on those rosters, and with, I think, 53-man roster, whatever, 52, but 48 guys active. So it's a small group of guys they're picking from. Well, you get to college, there's 105 guys on a roster, and is there really 100? I mean, out of the 138 teams with 105 guys, is there 138 great quarterbacks? There's just not. Is there that many depth in the offensive? There's just not. So it's interesting because you have a lot of people that spend a lot of money on guys that might not be that guy, So we all have our own little plight and stuff. So I think it's really about how you use it, again, you're still seeing guys like, when you look at the draft and you see all these guys that are getting drafted from who played for us within the last 2 years, you're going like, okay, there's still guys out there you got to go find, you got to develop, and they may not end up on your roster, but it just shows that, like, I don't know, man, the science piece to it's really interesting because it's, how you build that roster, and it's not always how much you spend on it.
That was going to be the last thing, but JJ, I apologize for blowing up the clock, but you talked about guys who played for you over the last few years who were on rosters. Were you surprised Diego did not get a spot in camp?
Oh, everyone's got a different situation, that quarterback spot, man, there's 32 of those guys in the world that start, and, there's so many different, measurables they're looking for and different things, and it's not uncommon. Tim Tebow is probably one of the greatest college quarterbacks in the history of the game, and, he didn't last very long, and doesn't mean he wasn't a great quarterback. It's just, again, the NFL is a different beast. They're looking for a different thing, so, yeah, nothing surprises me when it comes to that position in the NFL.
All right, go to work. Appreciate the time. We'll catch up with you next Tuesday. It will be game week, and you guys will be deep into Florida State. Appreciate the conversation.
I appreciate you guys. Go Aggies.
Be well. Tony Sanchez, the head football coach at New Mexico State. There's a lot in there, man. There's a lot. We'll set the table for you and take a look back. But we got a big day in front of us. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Join 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal, for music.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep, all your favorite action Find it on ProView Networks.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Hey, it's me, George Lovato Jr., the on-call outdoor chef, and you're watching me right now on ProView Networks Comcast Channel 26. I'm coming back for Season 3, a lot of new stuff, fun recipes from the Southwest, a little history, Southwestern cooking techniques. We're going to cook underground. I might even tell you a secret about Chimayo red chili. Come on back and watch us at chasingtheflames.com or here on Channel 26, ProView Networks. Bye-bye. See you later.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales.
Give you phone numbers to get started today. 505-246-0610. That's the Sports Animals phone line and the Maniquí San Pedro text line. You'll get quality, affordable care for your vehicle at Maniquí San Pedro. Emails Jeff or JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Adrian's producing on the TV side. We're on Xfinity Channel 26 throughout New Mexico. On our Facebook page, the OD and the AM, and the YouTube channel for ProView Networks. Ton to do today. We're gonna get. I got a ton of thoughts on the AP poll and the significance of a preseason poll, and I guess the significance, JJ, played itself out because there was so much talk about it, and I find it to be such a should be irrelevant piece of document, whatever, right? Nobody knows anything. Look at last year's polls. You know, I look at where Indiana is, and I mean, here's a defending national champion. And so I want to get in there, and we'll get there. A lot of NFL stuff as well. What do you think? I thought there was a lot in what Tony had to say. If his offensive line's coming together, I think their defense is going to be good. Like, take the Florida State game away. They're 31.5-point dogs. We'll see, and go be competitive, right? This is that game. Then you get Mercyhurst. You got to go to Hawaii. You get New Mexico, and you start conference play with one of the best teams in your league in Western Kentucky. You got a tough first 5-6 games. I didn't think they were that bad last year. They lost a lot of close games. I thought they didn't know how to win last year. And that's why I asked them the question about situations.
Yeah, a lot of that was turning over the football despite being such a good team at creating takeaways. They gave up a lot of those opportunities and ran it down. Just chances late in games to make the field goal, make a play. Did not happen. Yeah,
and they just struggled figuring out the quarterback spot, and he thinks he's got that figured out. So you can get into any of that. Let's go to you, 505-246-0610. Miguel, good morning. Get us started this morning. How you doing?
Hey, real good, guys. Good morning. Hey, New Mexico State could go 3-9. They could go 9-3. You just don't know. I'm a graduate from years ago. I'll tell you this, listening to Tony Sanchez, he could sell ice to an Eskimo the way he's revved up, and I think that's a good thing. You got to sell your program, right? Yep. And he did a really good job listening to him this morning selling his program. And I'm hoping Joe Fields, the AD down there, former college football player himself, is having some influence on the program, on the football program specifically. I got to believe that as much as Tony Sanchez talks, he's probably realizing his job might be on the line this year. Sure. And I want Tony to be successful, so I'm rooting like hell for him. But having Joe Fields down there as a real AD, the last AD was a complete joke. This is just, I think things are going to start turning around and things are going to be a plus. And I'm really hoping we can get 7, 8, maybe 9 wins out of New Mexico State this year. But it's a wait and see game.
I appreciate you, Miguel, and thanks for the call. I look at their schedule. I think their win total in Vegas is 4.5. And I think they're better than the 8th best team in their 10-team league. JJ, do I know enough about what Middle Tennessee and Missouri State, who the new coach is, and Sam Houston? And I don't. I'm not going to pretend that I'm deep into the Middle Tennessee roster and FIU. But I gauge it what they were last year. They got a lot back on defense. They had to improve a quarterback. I mean, they just had to. And if his line and his running backs, they got to stay healthy. They open up with Florida State. They should beat Mercyhurst at home. And then they got 2 tough Mountain West teams, 2 of the top Mountain West teams, one on the road, one at home. They got to go to Hawaii and come back and play the Lobos. They got to buy between Hawaii and the Lobos. It's an interesting start. And then Western Kentucky, who was picked as one of the top 2 teams in their league. So I'll watch them. And, yeah, it's a big year for Tony. I think Tony knows that, right? New AD, 3rd year. It's time, right?
Mm-hmm. And pressure's on regardless, because you get to a certain point in your contract, and then especially with the AD coming in and really wanting to start fresh, because
he's made that clear.
And I'm not saying this is a football thing, but I think New Mexico State is tired of negative athletic headlines that have nothing to do with sports.
Well, you just had another story drop last week with the softball program and their coach and that whole thing. So they're 31.5-point dogs going to Florida State. Does that seem too thick for you? I mean, is Florida State that damn good? Or is this just more an indictment on what people think New Mexico State is? They think they've gone back to just being New Mexico State. And that's so, I mean, I'll probably take New Mexico State in the points there. Are we doing 3 for all yet? When do we do that? All right, so if you want to get in on any of that, you can. 505-246-0610. Keenan Allen signed a deal 1 year with the Colts in the NFL. Christian McCaffrey's not practicing. Maybe it's not injury-related. I want to get into that. Devontae Smith, the number 1 receiver for the Eagles, injury-related. We got to do all that. The Lakers sale is kind of getting weird and spicy and soap opera-ish, if the Bus family wasn't soap opera-ish enough. What time you want to give away those tickets? Do we have those today for the Sports Animal birthday bash?
Just your name on the VIP list.
Yeah,
no ticket.
Yeah, sorry. What time you want to give away your name? That space with your name on the VIP list for our birthday bash. Let's do that at 9:10.
Sounds good.
All right, we'll do that at 9:10 today. All right, when we get back, 505-246-0610. I want to get, and we got to get into the Pac-12 Mountain West settlement as well. I want to get into some college football stuff. The Lobos got a cornerback, a defensive back from Memphis that should help, probably play a little linebacker. And I want to get into the poll. And when you saw the preseason poll yesterday, what did it mean to you? Because it sure generated a lot of talk. And on the way in this morning, I was listening to the national host before us just rip on some of the people who were voting because, well, they didn't vote like he did. And what right do they have to vote if he doesn't know who the hell they are? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Westbound traffic on I-40 with an accident.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Hey, it's me, George Lovato Jr., the on-call outdoor chef. And you're watching me right now on ProView Network's Comcast Channel 26. I'm coming back for Season 3. A lot of new stuff, fun recipes from the Southwest, a little history, Southwestern cooking techniques. We're going to cook underground. I might even tell you a secret about Chimayo red chili. Come on back and watch us at chasingtheflames.com or here on Channel 26, ProView Networks. Bye-bye. See you later.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Really like this. You, lady, you're all going to love this. It's on August 27th. That's next Thursday. 1 day only at John Thomas Jewelers, the Effie Fine Jewelry Trunk Show. one-day only event that features one of the biggest Effie collections of the year. More than 1,000 Effie jewelry designs will be available to shop. It includes things like sapphires and rubies and emeralds and tanzanite, colored diamonds, statement jewelry, Effie's iconic Panther designs. That'd be different. The Panther designs are there. It's just an incredible display and selection of Effie's best. And a lot of these pieces are never available in the showroom. You can take advantage of the exclusive trunk show pricing only during that event, only on that day, Thursday, August 27th. And when you reserve an appointment, you can receive an additional exclusive discount. Every purchase will come with a complimentary gift, but it's a rare opportunity for you to see Effie's full range of colors, gemstones, and designs all in one place at John Thomas Jewelers, 10501 Montgomery Northeast, up on the second floor. It's right between Dion's and El Patron. It's Thursday, August 27th, one day only. The expanded inventory and special pricing end when the trunk show ends at the end of the day on the 27th. So make your appointments at johnthomasjewelers.com, johnthomasjewelers.com. It's John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged. 505-246-0610. How to get in on the opening drive, Jeff and JJ. All right. JJ, I listened to so much noise yesterday about preseason polls. You and I are in the same place. We think that the college football playoff does it right. They don't have a poll until like mid-October, right? When you actually have something to go on and have something to vote on.
Yeah, this one is tough because the top 25 gets people going and it shapes perception. And I think some of that falls into that first college football playoff poll still.
I totally agree with that.
And the top 25, I would like if they waited on it, but when you just see the buzz and the reaction, you know that's never going to happen.
Yeah. No, the amount of buzz it generated, it was insane. And so you look at it, and a couple of things popped. Okay, if you want to care about it, Miami and Indiana played for the national championship, and they have so much coming back on both teams. Granted, both quarterbacks are gone, but they're 6 and 7. And I look at Indiana, especially. Indiana won a national championship, went undefeated. They lose the Heisman Trophy winning quarterback, and I understand that, but they have almost everything else coming back. And they got a guy in Josh Hoover who's started 36 games at TCU and who's been really, really good. JJ, if that team was called Alabama, won a national championship last year, Curt Cignetti was the coach after doing what he's done the last 2 years, and they went undefeated, won a championship, got Josh Hoover out of the portal with everything that come back, wouldn't they be absolutely number one in the preseason poll?
They would be. People are just not wrapping their heads around what Indiana football is.
It's amazing how long it takes to break through that ceiling and break through that perception of what you are. All right, so if it matters to you, the AP and the coaches polls are almost the same, all the way down the line. Ohio State, Oregon, Georgia, Texas, Notre Dame are your top 5. AP's got it Notre Dame 4, Texas 5. The coaches have it Texas 4, Notre Dame 5. They both have Indiana, Miami, Texas A&M 6, 7, 8. And one has Ole Miss and then Oklahoma 9, 10. The other one has Oklahoma, Ole Miss 9, 10. Goes down the line. There's no group of 5 teams in there. USC is 14th in both polls. BYU, 14th, 15th. All right. So I'm on my way in, and I listen to the Drake Toll Show. It's the show before us here on Westwood One Sports. What do you think of Drake? I mean, he's opinionated. I think he's better than a lot of the stuff we've had on before us over the
Talented
years.
young man.
Yeah, I agree. But I think he was so off on his take this morning, and I would tell him that if he was sitting right here. He went on a rant about who is voting in the poll. And how can this guy put New Mexico ahead of Texas Tech? And because he didn't think his poll or some of these people know what he knows, and they didn't vote the way he voted, okay? And that this AP poll is ridiculous, and you got outlets like, and he called out the Albuquerque Journal, the Reno Gazette-Journal, John Wilner by name at the San Jose Mercury News, because he doesn't know who they are. And so then they called them out. These are the people who are deciding what you watch, because you watch 7 versus 9 instead of 22 versus 25. And the first thing I did when I came in this morning, JJ, is because he didn't call out the coaches for not knowing football. And I want to, gosh, the AP poll must be drastically different than the coaches poll. Do you have the two polls pulled up side by side in front of you?
It looks like copy and paste.
Damn near copy and paste. There's a few variations, but it is exactly the same 25 teams, if I'm not mistaken. No, that's not right. Clemson's in the coaches poll. Louisville is in the AP poll. Other than that, it is 24 of the 25 teams are exact. The top 10 is almost exact by space. The next 10 are almost exact by space. But because this is what kills me, and you've heard me say this before about a lot of things. Just because you don't know something or someone doesn't mean that or they are not good. And I, he called out, a paper in Mississippi or an outlet in Nevada. He called out Nevada Sportsnet. This is who's deciding, because he doesn't know who they are, because they're not in an SEC market, because they how does he know John Wilner or Sean Ryder? And we'll talk to Sean about this tomorrow. Or any of these guys are voting, don't watch as much, if not more, college football than he does, and have just as good an opinion just because it's different than him. That's where that bothered me a bit. Him calling out people on a national radio show by name, by outlet, because he doesn't know who the hell they are. Fair?
Yeah, it's such a just classic hot take that on a national stage, you think no one's going to notice. You just slam in a bunch of quote-unquote smaller outlets, and people are going to get on board with it.
I would ask him, because he flat out called out New Mexico, and he might be right. Let's see. How can he have New Mexico ahead of Texas Tech, which is a fair question, okay, if someone did that. But he's accusing these guys of not knowing about Texas Tech. Or he's like, he called out, if you ask this guy at the Cedar Rapids paper or the Journal Gazette, tell me something about, and he pulled it, I think it was Tennessee or USC. I'm going to guess they know more about that than he knows about New Mexico, who he just ripped on. You think I'm wrong?
No.
Why would he know about New Mexico? They're not a Power 4 team. And that's my rant for the day, dude. I just came in and I'm listening to this just national guy just talk down to anybody who's not national. And Reese Davis votes, and I'll give him a pass. I know he watches football. Okay. How do you know John Wilner or Sean Ryder, the guy at the Cedar Rapids paper, Nevada Sportsnet, or the little paper you call out Mississippi, don't watch as much, if not more, than all of you guys, and they might be able to know a bunch just because they're not at your national outlet. It just got me, man. I don't know. All right, you can tell me if I'm wrong. I'm listening.
You're not wrong. It's just an easy, being in this industry long enough, that there's some low-hanging fruit that national dudes can jump on.
And they're so much better than the local guys. They know so much more all the time.
And that was one of those rants that you're just listening to, and that is just so off base.
Yeah, did you hear it?
I didn't hear that.
Yeah. All right, Dan, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. What's good, Dan?
Drake Toll just really pissed me off this morning, bro. I wanted to jump through the damn radio.
You heard it too?
I mean, he oh, heck yeah, bro. I'm on the road early. And, he called out New Mexico like 3 or 4 times, Jeff.
Yep.
He mentioned it in a negative context 3 or 4 times. He even called out the Albuquerque Journal as one of the little minuscule reporting entities. I'm like, you jerk.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was pissed. Now, I didn't know that New Mexico was rated ahead of Texas Tech.
On somebody's ballot, evidently. I didn't know that either.
So I was like, wow, really? And then he starts that rant about, Jeff, I feel exactly the way you do. And it's just odd that I was listening to that guy this morning. And then he even made a comment about just a fan. In other words, like if a fan couldn't make the same decision that one of these newspaper reporters couldn't make. You understand?
Yeah.
It kind of threw me off. Like he even dissed on the fans. This guy what is up with this dude?
Yeah, he was on a rant this morning. I think for the most part, he's pretty good. I think he was so completely off on this take. Just completely off on this take.
Me no like Drake Toll.
Yeah.
No, that was awful this morning, bro. I feel the same way. I'm so glad you came in and made a point to saying that. I feel a lot better now, Jeff.
Yeah. All right, Dan. I'm glad you heard it. Thanks for packing me up on that. Thanks. I'm reading, and again, just in the Journal. So I mean, who knows? John Wilner cast. No, this is a while ago. Yeah, the Lobos, he had him 22nd. So he's believed to be the first voter to rank the Lobos in AP preseason poll. And this is something we talked about in the coaches poll when it came out a few weeks ago. We think it's the first time the Lobos have ever been receiving votes in a preseason poll. One of the local sports guys yesterday said, well, it's the first time they've ever received votes in a poll. That's not right. It's in a preseason poll. But if Wilner had him 22nd, and I don't know what Wilner's ballot looked like, but okay, so be it, man. Like again, this is there's the polls are so ridiculous at this point in the season anyway, because it's all you're reading on what you know and what you think you know, and mostly you don't know. But again, I go back to him and say, as much as you want to rip on whoever voted for UNLV or New Mexico or whatever, tell me what you know about them that makes you so convinced that they're not good enough to be in the poll. But it didn't look like your ballot, so it's got to be wrong, national guy. I don't know. All right, when we get back, you want to get into the edition that New Mexico made, the Jaden Flaker edition, and the quarterback conversation?
Let's do it.
All right, we'll do that. Lobo football next on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hey, it's me, George Lovato Jr., the on-call outdoor chef, and you're watching me right now on ProView Network's Comcast Channel 26. I'm coming back for Season 3, a lot of new stuff, fun recipes from the Southwest, a little history, Southwestern cooking techniques. We're going to cook underground. I might even tell you a secret about Chimayo red chili. Come on back and watch us at chasingtheflames.com or here on Channel 26, ProView Networks. Bye-bye. See you later.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area.
I'm not going to pretend I've seen him play a lot. I've read about who he is and what he does. Feels like a really good get, especially late in camp.
Depth is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
This is, and the way they play, 4-2-5 base defense, Mercury Swaim, Jackson X, you're going to see some Clay Martineau. Like, they're in a really good spot.
Yeah. So I know I've been asked this, where they find in room. There's 105 players. There's a hard cap on roster size. X said, we might not have to make any moves. Those guys get hurt. And if we do, then we got to make a couple moves. Who's going to get cut at the bottom of the roster? I don't know, man. Probably a walk-on or somebody. That's life. It's hard. But I don't know, for those of you who are complaining, they're going to cut somebody who's been working. All right. I mean, what's the goal here? To be the best team we can, or to satisfy the guys who are working their ass off?
This is the world that these athletes wanted to live in.
Yeah. All right. Quarterback does not seem to be anywhere close to settled. Sounds like Tuolfave is in the mix after the scrimmage the other day. X said, next Tuesday, is kind of the deadline for making a decision here, which means, I know he would like to do something this week, but nobody separated himself. And I don't think, the more I hear on Jack, and I'm becoming more and more on the camp that we may have seen the last of Jack Lane playing football here with that arm and the injury, and it doesn't sound close, man. And even let's just say, okay, he gets cleared in week 3. How long is it going to take for him to get back? Once you start the season without Jack Lane, I'm going to guess you're probably going to go the entire season without Jack Lane.
It's on the table. In this quarterback competition, when you look at Toa, I like the upside, and it's good to see the development of a young quarterback, but this is a very frustrating position to be in for a team that has going into the season with the most expectations ever for Lobo football.
And this is where it can, and I'm not trying to set you up for this, but what is the one position that can derail anything? What did you tell me yesterday when we were talking about backup quarterbacks and we're in the NFL and you kind of like, it doesn't matter, right? once you get to the backup quarterback, you're done in the NFL. Like give me a team that, okay, your expectations are still as high. This is the one position of all of sport that can completely change the trajectory of a team, right? And I you tell me if I'm wrong. I'm going to get out there today. I know you've been out there a lot. I kind of get the feel that the coaching staff has just been waiting and hoping that Luke Moga takes over and makes himself the obvious guy, and that just flat out hasn't happened. And here we are 2.5 weeks out, and you don't know who the quarterback's going to be.
And there's been a lot of work put in, and you've seen it with Luke Moga and Toa, these young quarterbacks that are developing, but you also have to have a dose of honesty. And there's a reason Luke Moga is at the University of New Mexico. Luke Moga was a 4-star that had it right now. He would not be at the University of New Mexico. So it was going to be a longer ramp up for him than anyone wanted to anticipate.
I'll push a little bit, but I see where you're going. There's been guys who have gone in situations like that. Let me look who Luke Moga's played behind at Oregon. So he wasn't getting on the field, and he needed to play somewhere. Now, why didn't he go to another power school? Because those guys are mostly recruiting guys who played somewhere, and they've got tape, right? And I've watched guys come from, I mean, look, Fresno State made a living out of it, right?
Well, it's a different era with money involved.
It is. I agree with that.
Again, as I've said the entire time, like there's upside, but you're meshing the highest expectations ever with giant uncertainty at the quarterback position. Now, with Luke Schleichner and then Zach Lujan coming over, who was the OC at Northwestern, now that tight ends coach, like they're going to scheme up a lot of good things for this offense. They're going to find some easy throws. But early in the season, I think you're going to see multiple quarterbacks play. And again, it's one where you credit Toa because you have seen a big jump in that kid's game. But to be here right now, it's the unsettling position for Louisville.
You betting the under on their first games? I mean, if you're betting, I mean, period.
Like wins or what?
No. Point like per week.
Oh, yeah.
Right. I mean, you figure their defense is really good. Are they going to be able to score a lot of points? Right. The point total in their Central Michigan game is 49.5. Lobos are 12.5 point favorites still. 49.5 is the over under. So what are we looking at? Like 20. What is 30?
Some unders might be very interesting.
Yeah. So I guess that's still like 32-20, right? Ish 31-19, right in there. Yeah. 31-19 kind of a game. 30-18 kind of a game. Yeah. It feels like the coaching staff is frustrated too, right? And I'll bet the quarterbacks are. I mean, I'm sure each one of them goes home one night and thinks, man, I won the job today. And the next day goes, damn, I probably lost the job today, right? Because the competition it's different. And I'm not telling you New Mexico State's better. Don't hear me on that. That's not what I'm telling you. New Mexico State went into camp and Tony named a quarterback first day, right? Transfer from Furman. Says I got a quarterback. Number 3 is my quarterback.
And I believe that they handle this offseason a lot differently.
Who did?
If they knew maybe earlier
New Mexico does.
The severity of Jack Lane's elbow.
Yeah. I mean I think they knew it was bad. And I think that was one of the, do you think they thought Toa was the guy that was going to establish himself as the clear guy behind Jack?
Question.
Because to your point, I think they went into the offseason going, wow, we may not have Jack. We need to get a quarterback. Look at that. We just got this 4-star guy from Oregon. Yeah, how much tape was there? That's my point, right? You had his high school tape where he was a 4-star. He played some mop-up duty at Oregon. I'm going to guess, and he still may be that dude. But I know they'd like to have it figured out, and I know you would too. You'd feel a lot better. It's the opening drive. Get into some NFL stuff when we get back. Lakers mess, Kawhi Leonard. Hey, did you see John Rahm's got a deal to come back to the PGA as well? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets.
5.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
What's up, boys and girls? Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. Glad you found us. Thank you for finding us. Hour one, we spoke with Tony Sanchez, the head football coach of New Mexico State. It'll be wherever you get your podcasts. Go to our website later on. It'll be there for you to listen to, sportsanimalabq.com, and available for you. Tomorrow, Sean Ryder from the Albuquerque Journal will be with us, do a little Ryder on the radio. Thursday, Jerry Palm will join us. Looking forward to that conversation. And then we're going to talk some high school football on Friday with the voice of the people. Sebastian Noel is going to be with us. as we get ready to kick off high school football here in the land of enchantment. 505-246-0610 is the Sports Animal phone line and the Sports Animal Meineke on San Pedro text line. JJ, you got a call with some quarterback advice during the break. Didn't want to go on the air, but told you how it should be.
Yeah, so it's our James Lopestein, and I think that's their direction. It's trending, given the fact that at the scrimmage last weekend, he was the quarterback you couldn't tackle.
Okay.
So, shows to me it's kind of like, hey, this is the dude we don't want to have out right now. I think James Lopestein's that guy, and then we'll see Luke or Artoa get an opportunity. Multiple quarterbacks are going to play early in the season and see if one of these young guys can grab the position and go. But you're going to see probably two quarterbacks the majority of the season.
Yeah, that's probably right. And again, you've been out to practice more. I'm looking forward to get out there today and seeing a little bit more of what they're doing. But I want to see, Lopestein, how much of the playbook do they get to open up, or are they going to throw the ball down the field? And to your point, Moga might not be that guy either. Well, who is? And at some point, you're going to have to throw the football. You're going to be playing from behind. You can't just run it. So what are they going to do? And we'll see. James says Luke Moga equals Miles Kendrick, Jeff. Remember Danny Gonzalez kept starting Miles Kendrick for 7 games, hoping the guy recruited by Kansas would show up before he finally cut his losses, going to Justin Holiday and then CJ Montes. Damn. Okay, probably all 3 of those names, as we went through the quarterbacks over the years, I probably would have forgot all 3 of those names. No?
Good old Miles Kendrick.
Yeah, and he was playing behind a horrible offensive line. And
those lines.
He was hurt.
Where's Terry Wilson when you need him?
Yeah, Terry
With
Wilson.
a good offensive line in front of him.
Goodness gracious. Look, we'll see where this goes. Going back to what you were saying as far as would they have recruited differently, I think there was the possibility, and I think the coaching staff knew that there was a possibility that Jack wasn't going to be able to go, right? He had the injury all year, had the surgery. You never know how a guy's going to come back from it. They got 6 quarterbacks in that room, right? I mean, they recruited. Didn't there a JUCO in there too? So they recruited and they went out and, I mean, I remember the day it happened, right? Everybody was losing their mind. You got a 4-star that played at Oregon. There's your guy. And I'm going to guess they figured they had their solution if they needed one. And they're just waiting for him to prove to be the solution on the football field. You think if they'd have known Jack wasn't going to be available opening day, you think they'd have gone out and tried to get someone in addition to Luke Moga?
That coaching staff, they know what they're doing. They knew, of course, about this before camp. I know that first day for just a lot of people, especially the public, was eye-opening that Jack Lane wasn't being there, but they were ramping up for this for a while. But I just have to think if it was that window earlier, and if they were like, man, Jack Lane's not playing football next year, I feel like they would have tried to find someone with experience.
Yeah. Somebody like, I don't know, Miles Kendrick? Right?
Yes.
I mean,
like a Jack Lane.
Like a Jack Lane who came from Idaho. Well, like New Mexico State got a guy from Furman who played football. Yeah, somebody that I get that. So, all right. NFL stuff. Keenan Allen signed a 1-year deal with the Indianapolis Colts. Okay. Interesting. He'll pay dividends in a game or two this year. At some point, there'll be a Keenan Allen catcher. Go, oh, there's the old veteran. I think that's good. JJ, this Christian McCaffrey story is really, really interesting to me. So Christian McCaffrey has sat out of practice the last couple of days. It's been, about a week now that he hasn't been in practice? So they've been saying it's tightness, that he's got some sort of tightness and there's an injury there. Okay, so that's got everybody who's ever played fantasy football and every Niner fan just going, oh, here we go. Because a couple of years ago, as you were saying, Chris McCaffrey had some injuries and missed, 10 games of the season, started the season on was it the PUP or on the injured list, whatever it was. There's a lot of speculation coming out of there now that McCaffrey's trying to get a new deal. And this is going to be interesting because I don't think you can come close to paying him Jahmyr Gibbs or Bijan Robinson money. But the speculation is throughout the league that Christian McCaffrey is backing out of practice a little bit in an effort to get an adjustment on his contract, to get some money out of Jed York, the owner. He's got this year, now this is back, and this needs perspective because this year he's got a non-guaranteed $12.5 million. Well, when you get all that money up front, when somebody signs let's just say a $200 million contract and you hear they get a signing bonus of $80 million or whatever, yeah, the back end of the deal, there's going to be a little less money. I'm not sure how you're supposed to live on only $12.5 million a year, but okay, after all that other money. So you put on the sheet, and it's really interesting. The timeline is interesting. Jahmyr Gibbs just pushed the average payment per year for running back $22.5 million a year. That's right after Bijan Robinson got paid. And when Gibbs got his money, McCaffrey stopped practicing. He's 30 years old. This is his last chance at a big contract. JJ, you can't pay that guy. I know what his numbers were last year. I also know what his rushing efficiency numbers, all his numbers were receiving yards, which doesn't make them any less valuable numbers. But as far as a running back, what his breaking tackle rate is and all those things, the advanced analytics. And at 30, there's no way you can pay a 30-year-old running back top of the market money, is there?
Do you maybe just say Jonathan Taylor situation?
2 years?
And give him one more bump.
So you give him 2 years at
money.
22? What are you giving him?
It depends on how. If you're going to say this dude's worth 400 touches again in my offense, then I'm going to say I'm worth Jonathan Taylor contract easy.
And it's hard to look at that offense and say how's the plan to not give him 400 touches? There's no way he can do that again, right? First of all, his frame isn't Derrick Henry frame. It's not Jonathan Taylor frame. It's not Bijan Robinson frame. He's got a smaller statute to him. He's yoked.
Yeah, he's stacked.
Yeah, but he's smaller. So he's coming off a year where he had 2 Achilles issues, both of them, tendonitis in both Achilles. Comes back and puts up MVP numbers last year. He didn't win the MVP, but, he put up MVP kind of numbers. Touched the ball, what would you tell me, 400 how many times? Whatever it was.
413
yeah.
times.
Okay. Right? He was your best weapon. Going to be 30, has a history of being broken. I don't know. What do you do if you're them? If he's holding out for more money, you offered him 2 years at what? $38 million?
Pretty much what you're looking at is your last contract to Christian McCaffrey.
Okay.
And you need to figure out what amount of guaranteed money you're willing to give him for said 2 years.
What makes you comfortable?
Because Jonathan Taylor was a 2-year, $44 million deal with $39 million guaranteed.
Jonathan
so you
Taylor's
pretty much
24, 25?
27 years old.
27. Okay.
So that's what I think McCaffrey and his camp would be looking at if they are using this as a quiet hold in right now.
All right.
And this is what negotiation is for. This is what going back and forth. If you're Christian McCaffrey, you're like, yeah, I understand kind of what I've been through, but you also gave me the football 400 times, and I don't see it slowing down this season. So why not come together 2 years, last year raw, let's go.
I'm going to tell you, even if they give him the ball 413 times this year or whatever it is, I don't see the same production this year. Do you?
It's going to be a step back. It's just the way it is. Especially with the receiving game.
Yeah.
Work.
I've been reading a ton of stuff on him because I have a vested interest in this. And all the stats tell you a guy coming off a 400 plus yard or 400 plus touch season has a steep decrease the next season. His run efficiency, yards per carry, his ability to break tackles is middle to lower of the pack for running backs. His numbers all came from catch the football, which is incredibly valuable. If those of you who are drafting in a PPR league and you want to take him, third, fourth, fifth in your draft, you got that option. But is he going to be there all year? I don't know, man. I guess you got to pay him. And again, this comes into where does he fit in my salary cap? I just paid my quarterback $55 million, right? Now, the salary cap will go up over the next couple of years, and you can count on that. You don't have a high-priced receiver. You got Debo, you got Mike Evans, and you got Stribling on a rookie contract. Kittle's your high-priced receiver. You paid some offensive line, you paid some defense. So I imagine the money should be there to pay him, right?
Could be. And if, I'm San Francisco, maybe I'm working it to where this is the last 2 years of big guaranteed money they already have. He's a free agent after 2028. They got some void years at the end, but just keeping it clean. All right, here's your final guarantee extension, and let's have some fun.
Yeah. All right, 505-246-0610. Niner fan, what do you do? I know you're there too. Niner fan's been quiet. Niner fan's been bitter in some respect because not only are they struggling and they're hurting, but the Rams are looking like the Rams are looking. And so I know it hurts. But love to hear you. 505-246-0610 on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This is The Herd. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on Pro View Networks.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProV Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All Find it on ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that.
He's big and athletic. Now you can see why he was a 4-star recruited by Tennessee. That lasted one game. Once Mountain West clubs got tape of him, they quickly figured out how to contain him. You sent me an article at a college. Did you know Sharon Jones was had committed to Colorado? And then he backed out, ended up in New Mexico. 15 touchdowns, 19 interceptions, and 17 appearances for the Lobos. I mean, I don't know how you can say Luke Moga equals that or anything yet. Luke Moga could be really, really good. Luke Moga could be, I don't know. I don't know that we've seen anything yet.
We haven't. To be determined.
Yes. 505-246-0610. Travis, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Travis. Good morning.
Good morning, fellas.
What's going on?
This is such an exciting time in the scheduling and the programming for the OD and the AM, because we are counting down no longer the month, right? We're counting down the weeks, we're counting down the days, we're counting down the hours, we're counting down the minutes, we're counting down the seconds until football season. And so it's wall-to-wall football, and it's exciting stuff. And the best part about this time of the year, in addition to, as a Lobo fan, so much buildup and hype and excitement about what is happening with the Lobo football program, is some opportunities to hear a little bit about, some fantasy draft capital, all of those, drafts that we're about to embark on, and hearing about, as we enter the NFL season, players that we should keep some eyes on, so it's the combination of the two. We're getting all of the wall-to-wall Lobo coverage and some New Mexico State thrown in there too. Yep. A great interview with Tony Sanchez, and I agree with your previous caller in the first segment. Listen, I don't want any guy to get fired, and as a kid from New Mexico who has always ever been a Lobo fan, Lobo alumni, when the Aggies are playing the Lobos, I love to see them perform terribly. But in any other circumstance, I don't want anybody to lose their job, and I hope Tony is able to get something going. And they've had a lot of really, really bad stories come out recently over the last couple of years, and as you mentioned last week. And so anything to move the conversation along and get that program in a better position. If Tony Sanchez is able to do that, that'd be great. He's an alumni, so obviously this program means a lot to him. But in any event, what I really wanted to call in about was, the conversation that you were having about Drake Toll. I would take Sean Ryder's opinion on a top 25 AP poll over Drake Toll any day.
Yeah.
Because first off, the Albuquerque Journal does a lot of things not great, but what they really do well is allowing their sport coverage department,
They're beat writers. They're beat writers.
They're beat writers, right? Whether it's in football or whether it's in basketball, right? Jeff Grammer, they actually send their beat writers out to follow the team. So many newspapers who are covering the local sports team don't even send their beat writer out to watch the game when the game is out of state. That's not the Journal. The Journal is investing in their sports coverage because they know it's popular. They know that it's read. They know that it grabs eyes and attention. So Albuquerque Journal does that really well. And what I will say about Sean Ryder is I would take his opinion about college football above Drake Toll's or maybe Stephen A. Smith or any of the major media guys because Sean Ryder's responsibility is not only to watch the marquee teams that are playing on the weekend, the Ohio State, the Indiana, the Michigan, but he also has to follow everybody in the Mountain West Conference, including the Lobos. I think that guy knows more about what's going on in college football than Drake Toll does.
I appreciate
or
it.
Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
And there is something, and I think Drake Toll's take this morning was a reflection on the ESPN first take-a-fied situation that has changed conversations about sports for the negative. You just can't get eyeballs for on coverage that is positive about teams.
Yeah.
The thing that draws eyeballs is negative coverage, and so him slamming the Lobos multiple times,
he did.
Him slamming the Albuquerque Journal multiple times, when he doesn't even know about either, is gonna get.
And he'll slam me when he hears about it.
ESPN.
Yeah, and he'll slam us because we can't know anything either because we're not a national show. Hey, I got to move, but I appreciate the call. And Travis, thanks.
All right, boys, have a good week.
And JJ, I'm sure if he gets word of it, he'll slam us or come after me, and that's fine. I just think, I like him. I think he's really good. I just think he was way off base this morning. Just because you don't know about something doesn't mean it's good. I got to tell you about something that's really good, and it's our sweet deal. It's the Harvest Wine Festival, and it is coming up Labor Day weekend, September 5th through the 7th, 12 to 6 o'clock at Balloon Fiesta Park. It is our sweet deal. You go to our website, sportsanimалabq.com, do it at 9 o'clock, and you are going to get a sweet deal. You buy 2 tickets for the price of one. Typically, they are $60. You get $30 for a ticket. Chris is with us to talk about it. What's up, Chris? How you living?
Jeff Symbieta, great to hear your voice. I'm so stoked for sports season. I was just visiting family in Ohio, and boy, jerseys are out everywhere. People are getting pumped. But with football season also comes the harvest. The grape growers are out there. They're harvesting their grapes. They're getting ready for the upcoming festival, Labor Day weekend. And so it's a beautiful time to come out to Balloon Fiesta Park and bring the family out, grab some friends here with the sweet deal today. That's the sweet deal is the best way to get into this festival.
Well, it's
2-for-1 tickets.
Yeah, it's become a Labor Day tradition around here. And it's 22 of the best wineries in New Mexico with great music, local bands, a couple of stages, great eats, handcrafted goods from people everywhere. And you get out there with great weather. And Everybody's in a good mood, Chris, man. We went out the last couple of years and just had a great time at this. And you sample wines and you find something you like and you walk out of there with a couple of bottles and everybody feels really good about it.
Yeah, we're stoked this year for our music lineup. We put a lot of time in this. We got a great lineup on the main stage with the Native Guitars Tour. They've got 12 bands that are going to come out every day, different music, different styles. We've got DJs for the kids who want to get on the dance floor. Largest silent disco ever with 500 headsets. It's a treat to watch people dancing in the disco with their headphones on. But all in all, just a fun weekend to come out and if you don't know anything about wine, this is a great way to learn. If you're a seasoned professional, then it's a good way to stock up the fridge with the latest vintages.
Yeah, it's Labor Day weekend, and it is really the perfect pairing of wine and music and great food and good people, exceptional wines. We've got award-winning vineyards, boutique wineries, and you get the tunes and everything that goes around with us. It's going to be Labor Day weekend, September 5 through the 7th. It's Balloon Fiesta Park. What's the website, Chris?
nmwine.com, and if you click on our festivals page, you can check out, if you're down in Cruces, we've got a great event there simultaneously, but the Albuquerque page has all the details, so check it out and grab the sweet deal while it lasts.
It goes live on our website, sportsanimалabq.com. Do it at 9 o'clock. $30 gets you the 2 tickets. That's basically buy one, get one. And it goes on sale at 9 o'clock. Chris has done an amazing job for the wine industry in our state. The profile since you've been in this position has just taken a huge leap. And I think people are starting to realize the quality of wine, the abundance of wineries that we've got here. And you get a great opportunity to really sample some of it this weekend. So this Labor Day weekend, congratulations to you. First of all, on all the success that you've had and the profile that you've just enhanced while you've been in this position, man. You've been great.
Oh, thank you, Jeff. So appreciate it. And we've got the best jobs in this town, man.
Yeah.
I'm so lucky.
Yeah.
So, thanks for getting the word out there to the folks, the listeners. Go Lobos. Everybody have a great sports season. Hope you come out and see us Labor Day.
Be well, Chris, and have fun with this. We'll see you out there.
Cheers.
Later. Take advantage of that. We've been out to that. It's a great time. All right. It's always sports season, isn't it? It's going to be football season, but it's always sports season. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Hey, it's me, George Lovato Jr., the on-call outdoor chef, and you're watching me right now on ProView Network's Comcast Channel 26. I'm coming back for season 3, a lot of new stuff, fun recipes from the Southwest, a little history, Southwestern cooking techniques. We're going to cook underground. I might even tell you a secret about Chimayo red chili. Come on back and watch us at chasingtheflames.com or here on Channel 26, ProView Networks. Bye-bye. See you later.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
Albuquerque Journal. I'll tell you what, Sean Ryder knows his stuff. John Wilner at the San Jose Mercury News knows his stuff. The guys that do Nevada Sportsnet, he called them out as well. JJ, those guys know their stuff. And they don't only know the Power Four leagues. And so as much as Drake was ripping on New Mexico, I mean, what do you know about him? Now, if he came on tomorrow, he'd study up on him and say, I know about this, and this is why they're not that good. But if you'd asked him while he was ripping on him, what do you know about UNLV? And again, none of us know about all 138 teams. None of us do. I sure as hell don't. I don't have a vote. But it's like when I vote for the Naismith Award, right? I have a vote for the Naismith. You have a Heisman vote. You make sure that you're pretty educated about what you're voting on, don't you?
You do your work.
I mean, we all take this pretty responsibly. And I just think calling out dudes that you don't know, just because you don't know somebody or something, doesn't mean that they're not good at what they do or able or qualified to do that job. Rudy, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hi, Rudy.
I don't know who Drake Toll is. Where did this guy come from? I mean, to me,
he's pretty good.
When I listen to him, he's just a Jim Rome wannabe.
Okay.
He tries to have the same take, tries to use the same voice. Be original. I don't think there's anything original about. Let me ask it this way: you think Drake Toll's ever set foot in the state of New Mexico?
I don't know.
Yes.
Yes.
He was here
for the Savannah Bananas.
The donuts.
Banana
Never has.
He was here for the Savannah Bananas, Rudy. He's like the voice of the Savannah Bananas, so he was here for the Savannah Bananas.
The Savannah Bananas. Give me a break. Gimmick baseball.
Well,
kind of sound like Drake Toll.
But there it was. He was in New Mexico. So there you go.
Oh, okay. One time, huh? So he's never been to a Lobo football
I don't know.
practice. He's never toured the facilities.
No.
He doesn't know what's going on here.
Know.
He doesn't know what Jason X building. That's a dumb take, not a good take. And he does it because it's easy to bang on New Mexico.
Sure.
Okay? And I don't know the guy, and more power to him if he can create a national brand, but I don't listen to him. I don't find him that compelling.
Okay.
So that's fair. My shot at Drake Toll. You know, Drake Toll isn't everybody's cup of tea, and I certainly don't like him. I think, like I said, you know, he's a Rome wannabe. What I'm more focused on is the Lobos, and yeah, you know, there's a situation at quarterback. We'll see. I don't know. You know, I'm praying that one day I'm going to walk out to practice and there's Jack Lane throwing the football, and they've just been careful because they know what he can do. But on the other hand, that's why you have 6 quarterbacks. And I say it this way. Watching Jack Lane, if he doesn't play, he will still have an impact on the game.
Okay.
He will help those quarterbacks that are going to play be better quarterbacks because that's who Jack Lane is. He's one of the more unselfish people I've ever met. I've talked to him a few times, and the guy just comes across as a true leader and somebody who's going to get things done. You know, I remember when they didn't think that Rocky had a quarterback, and he dug up Casey Kelly.
Okay. I mean, that's fair.
So
yeah.
I think out of these types of situations can come your best moments. Did anybody think Bankston was going to be the player he was last year?
No, and that's right. It's true. Organically, guys rise to the top. This is a pretty high-pressured situation. It's quarterback, and somebody's got to rise to the top. And is he going to find an answer? Yeah, he's going to find an answer. Absolutely, he is.
Yeah. If he has to play all 5 other quarterbacks, Jason Eck will find an answer. But I don't think the situation's as desperate as people think. And I look at the pieces that he has, and he and Coach Slice. And I'm trying to remember the quarterback's coach because he's new. You know, they're going to put something together, and they're going to keep working, and that's what they get paid for. Meanwhile, us as fans can rail at people we don't like.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
See you at practice
later. This wasn't intended to be a rip on Drake Toll hour, by the way. I just listened to it coming in, and I just thought it was, I don't know. I just thought it was a cheap shot at people he didn't know. His point was he doesn't like the polls and how, you know, how can this team be rated higher and how can New Mexico be in there? And look, man, that's why I think preseason polls, first of all, are ridiculous. You have nothing to go on. And secondly, and I'll emphasize this again, just because you don't know who's voting for the Albuquerque Journal or the Cedar Rapids paper, or that Northeast Mississippi paper you ripped on, or Nevada Sportsnet that you took a shot at, or John Wilner who you took a shot at. Just because you don't know those people doesn't mean they're not qualified. Maybe just as, if not more qualified than you for college football. They watch different college football. Should the AP voters only be people who are in SEC markets and Big Ten markets and Big 12 markets? Of
course not.
Now, I'm going to tell you there's a vast swath of people who believe that probably should be that way. Drake might be one of those. Why would people in Nevada or San Jose or New Mexico have a vote? What could they possibly know about college football? I mean, that's what was being said, essentially, right? Why would somebody from Nevada, New Mexico, Cedar Rapids, Northeast Mississippi, what could they know about college football? That's all. That's where that was coming from. All right. Where are we at the clock? 505-246-0610. JJ, do you understand? Let's hit this next. I saw a lot of reporting on the Pac-12 Mountain West settlement yesterday. I'm seeing a lot of different stuff, and everybody claiming victory and ha-ha. You want to get into that when we get back?
Sure.
All right. That's next. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Audible.
We would
when
like
you
to
start
thank
listening
the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff. One scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough. Back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
On San Pedro text line 505-246-0610. Meineke on San Pedro, doing car care right.
All right, Daniel Libet on Sportico put out a tweet and a story yesterday regarding the settlement, the Mountain West, and the Pac-12. And I don't know where exactly it all lies, where the truth. This is the report. The 5 schools leaving the Mountain West for the Pac-12 will pay the Mountain West $49 million. With this, we won't talk bad about you. I've seen, does that include the money that was withheld? Is the true number with all the monies closer to $70 million, JG? I've seen reports. How do you interpret all this?
I'm right there with you. Like, what's the true amount? It's 49 million, and then plus. So is it just withheld stuff? Is it more coming?
Yeah, I think it's in the area of 70 million.
Yeah, whatever. Honestly, whatever lens you're looking at this through,
you win.
You're gonna feel like, gotcha.
Yeah, you win. I think everybody just wants to be done with this. And then there's, is there enough money to pay Air Force and UNLV what they were promised? What they were promised was a percentage of whatever they get. There wasn't a flat number. Well, now UNLV is going to jump to the pack. I don't think that's going to happen. Right? Because they weren't promised a set number. They were promised a higher percentage of whatever it was that they collected, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So that's what UNLV and Air Force are going to get. So maybe this thing's done. I guess it is done. And now, the 2 fan bases can thumb it out over Twitter over who screwed the other one better. Right? No, I mean, you got a better answer for that?
No, because that's what's going to happen for a while.
Yeah. No, the 2 fan bases grabbed their phones and got their thumbs are the most active muscles in their body. It is. I just can picture all these guys who are just geniuses and know what they look like, but yet they got really in shape thumbs because they use the hell out of them. I don't even know that I have a feel over it. Do you?
In what way?
Well, as far as how it all played out and what I'm supposed to believe and what numbers I'm supposed to believe, and Did the Pac-12 do better? Did the Mountain West? Everybody got what they, well, not everybody. The Pac-12 5 got what they wanted. They got away.
They got out. They didn't get out scot-free.
They did not get out scot-free. They didn't have to pay the entire amount.
Didn't have to pay, potential poaching fees, I guess, at this point. But
right. And then there was also a bunch of money that Washington State and Oregon State had to spend out of their quote-unquote war chest, because they have the scheduling arrangement in that 1 year for football that they paid. And just go on. At this point, whatever you got, you got. The people who need to know. I know you all want to know. Who screwed who? I don't know, man. I'm with you at this point. This just congratulations to you. Congratulations to you. Move on. You can hate each other.
Now we can just focus on the scoreboard.
How many? And I'll find this for you. How many cross football Mountain West Pac-12 games are there this year? Because those will be watched, and I mean, they're going to be watched pretty closely. Are there? There's probably not many, huh? There's probably not very many. There's Wyoming, Colorado State in the opener, which I think probably is a toss-up. No, I don't see. Do you see a ton on there? I don't see a lot of Mountain West Pac-12 games, and you would think over the years now, as we move on, it feels like you're going to see more once the animosity expires and the need to schedule regional games becomes more.
Even playing these games, you'd be like, man, this would be a good conference game. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. And then the notes come out. This will be the 89th meeting between these two non-conference opponents. I don't know that I see another one. Do you? Fresno State, San Jose State, and that should happen. Okay. Fresno State at San Jose State on September 19th. Yeah, that feels like it's a good one. I just don't see a bunch of them. Oregon State, UTEP, which, okay. that rings different, doesn't it? It doesn't feel the same exact way. Yeah, I don't see a lot, man. I might be missing one or two. But I guess there'll be a lot of attention paid to those games when you play them. But knock yourself out. I want it to stop hitting. I got to stop clicking on it because I want it to stop in my algorithm and stop hitting my feed. You know what I mean?
The conferences are moving on. We're unable to destroy the Mountain West, the poor Mountain West that held you back from everything that you were trying to achieve, and now you can fly your Pac-12 banner.
You know what I want to know? And I don't know how to have a real conversation with whomever this is. I don't even know who it is. Why the vitriol? Why the fan bases, and not everybody, but the vocal, thumb pounders, why do they want the Mountain West to just be destroyed and fall off the face of the earth so bad?
That's a great question.
They want
I've
genocide.
wondered that as well.
No, why? Like they want them all to go away.
You just see the back and forth rock throwing, that it's more than just like sports trash talk.
Yeah.
It's like, die.
Yeah.
Commissioner held us back forever.
Yeah.
Evil person.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. No, it's literally die. Like, I hope your athletic program dies. Like, they hate New Mexico. Like, somehow New Mexico held them back. Right? They hate, they don't even hate Wyoming. They're just like, well, we're not going to Laramie ever again. Okay, cool. Right? The UNLV thing is so interesting, watching all these arrogant fan bases. That there's, I just don't understand why they want that league to just perish. And I don't know. I'm just trying to understand the mindset behind it. I get it. You think you're better. There's a rivalry. I'm cool with that. But usually you got a rivalry. You want to play them. You want to beat them, right? Oh no, we're better than them. We need to play other.
Play them. You just want them to not exist.
Yeah, no, we want to play other power conference teams. Well, stop, please, just stop. And again, I went to one of those schools. That's my alma mater, and I think they're just out of their minds on this. So, all right, where do you want to go when we get back? I got a couple of things. The John Rahm story is interesting. There's a lot of baseball that's interesting. The Ketel Marte thing. What the hell's going on there? Dodgers finding a way to win. Pete Crow Armstrong is bonkers. Getting the Roger Goodell expansion into other countries as well. Open it up for you at 505-246-0610. I got a bunch of correspondence to read as well. That's the Sports Animal phone line and the Monica and San Pedro text line. Emails Jeff or JJ. It's sportsanimalabq.com. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
Hey, it's me, George Lovato Jr., the on-call outdoor chef, and you're watching me right now on ProView Network's Comcast Channel 26. I'm coming back for Season 3, a lot of new stuff, fun recipes from the Southwest, a little history, Southwestern cooking techniques. We're going to cook underground. I might even tell you a secret about Chimayo red chili. Come on back and watch us at chasingtheflames.com or here on Channel 26, ProView Networks. Bye-bye. See you later.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of
It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Lots going on Tuesday morning. Good morning to you, boys and girls. Thanks for finding the opening drive. On 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. Had a conversation with New Mexico State head football coach Tony Sanchez this morning. It'll be available for you later on our website, sportsanimalabq.com. Click on the opening drive. You'll be able to listen to that. I thought Tony had a lot to say this morning as they get ready They're now in game mode as of today. They basically broke in camp, he said, and they're in game mode getting ready for Florida State. 31.5-point underdogs is what they are going into the first game in Tallahassee. 505-246-0610. That's how you can find us today here on the Sports Animal phone line and the Meineke and San Pedro text line. Emails Jeff or JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. And, of course, Adrian's producing on TV, Xfinity Channel 26, and our Facebook page, the OD and the AM. Couple of things. Dodgers found a team they could beat, JJ. You just get they went
Mash and Coors.
Yeah, they went to Coors. Shohei hit a couple home runs, and everything seemed to be just fine. Blake Snell pitched last night. Actually, Blake Snell pitched pretty well last night. I think what the Dodgers are trying to figure out, they'll hold on to their lead, and their bats will start to come around. I think what they're trying to figure out now is get the bats going, but let's see what kind of quality starts we can get out of Schoolable Snell. Snell went 6 innings, gave up 2 hits and 1 run, struck out 5 yesterday, and looked pretty damn good.
That is correct. You start August 18th. Start getting those guys back, figuring out what that rotation is going to look like. And guess what? I trust Dave Roberts.
Yeah.
I've seen it. And all right, you go on a skid where you're under 500 in June. Full story. Show me what you're doing in October.
Well, on the top of the lineup hit. Shohei went 4 for 5, hit a couple of home runs. And Freddie Freeman went 3 for 5. Andy Pajes went 3 for 4. Max Muncy went 2 for 4. Mookie got a big hit. I mean, the top of your lineup just got healthy. All of a sudden, that Colorado Rocky Mountain air. Rocky Mountain High. And they felt a hell of a lot better last night. So same 2 teams today at Coors Field. This story with Ketel Marte is really weird. So Ketel Marte is the all-star second baseman for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And he has now been placed on the unrestricted list. I didn't even know what that meant. Or on the restricted list. Not unrestricted, but restricted. Evidently, he's just not shown up for this second straight season. He didn't show up for the game against the Red Sox Monday night. Torey Lovello's their manager was asked, what's going on? Quote, Torey Lovello, "It's been a crazy day. All I know is that he's dealing with a personal issue. We're just trying to figure that out. He didn't show up today, and he was put on the restricted list. That's as much as I know right now. I'm sure in time we'll start to uncover some more information," end quote. He said he spoke to Marte on Monday morning, tried to figure out what was going on. Quote, "There was very little coming back." Marte did go with the team to Boston. Torey Lovello was asked, is he still in Boston? I think so. The Arizona Republic reached out later that last night to the GM Mike Hazen, who said that Marte was still in town. This one's weird. Like when dudes just don't show. And this is a guy who's making $16 million, signed a $116 million deal. He's an all-star. But people, you'd never know, man. What did Rome say the other day? I was listening to him. He says, everybody's dealing with something, right? Every one of us is dealing with something. You are, I am, he is, she is. So you just never know. So I'm not going to pass judgment. But when it starts to become a couple of years in a row and you got an issue, right? We all got a job to do. No matter what we're dealing with, you got to show up and do your job.
That is correct. And I think Arizona's done what they can, try to help this player out, a productive player at times, trying to be there, but the understanding that there's some issues like this that could pop up.
Yeah. This one's weird. Padres minor league catching coordinator, guy named Oswaldo Pirela, was detained by ICE. He is from Venezuela. He was taken into custody on Sunday in El Paso's airport. His wife told The Athletic on Monday that he was not carrying his work permit at the time. I don't know if they got him out or not. I don't know if he's still being detained, but that was a weird story. And then, is Pete Crow Armstrong your MVP right now in the National League? Cubs slugger. 2 homers last night, and a wild game last night. But he's the first player since 2010 to hit a leadoff homer and a walk-off home run in the same game. That's pretty cool.
Not too bad.
Is he your MVP right now? Is it him or Shohei? And if it is, I think the fatigue will go to Pete Crow Armstrong, and there's always kind of a sympathy lean towards the Cubs, I think.
Yeah, that's the race right now.
First time in the franchise history for the Cubs that a player's hit a leadoff and a walk-off. He's in a 30-30 club now for the second consecutive season. It's pretty cool. By the way, Cubs beat the White Sox 7-5. How about baseball in Chicago right now? Like, baseball in Chicago would be pretty fun. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? You got a Cubs team that's 4.5 games back in the wild card race. You got a White Sox team who's 4.5 up. That's right. The White Sox are up and extended their lead over the Pirates. And the Cubs are the leading team in the wild card. Chicago may have 2 playoff teams, which is, when you think of what the White Sox have been, JJ, we've talked about the White Sox in the same breath as the Rockies over the last 3 years. Historically crappy. Trust the process. Can you name me 3 White Sox? Because I can't. I flat out, I'm not going to pretend I can.
They got that awesome slugger from overseas this season.
Okay.
Do I know his name?
That dude. Yeah. I mean, I literally couldn't sit here and tell you. I got him. Miguel Vargas is hitting 239. Colson Montgomery, Chase Meadroff. Again, Andrew Benintendi's there. You're talking about this guy, Munetaka Murakami. Is that the guy? The awesome slugger? Yeah, I don't know who these guys are, but I'm going to start paying attention if that's okay. I'm going to be rolling through Chicago next week. Maybe we should catch a game next week if we got time. I mean, if we caught the Rockies game, Mount Rushmore, Rush, and a White Sox game, that'd be pretty cool.
Not too bad.
Yeah, maybe we'll try that as well. All right, 505-246-0610. That's your baseball. Topes are home. It is Taco Tuesday tonight. They're opening up a series at the ballpark, and you can get out there. You got a big promotion coming up this weekend. You got the lowrider bobblehead. I think the lowrider's on a bike is what it is. I think it's like a mariachi skull bobblehead on a bike. This week you can do that. John's in. Jeff, JJ, yeah, the Dodgers win over the Rockies 11-5 could have been attributed to a Rocky Mountain high. After all, Colorado does have legal cannabis. So does L.A. So does California. The stores are all over the state. Laugh out loud. Go Dodgers. It's John. Yep, John, they got it here. Callie's got it. But, I mean, when in Rome, I guess do what you got to do. All right, we promised to give away the guest list, right, for the VIP experience at the Sports Animals Birthday Bash, which is coming up on Saturday. It's the Isleta Resort and Casinos Sports Book. We will be down there from noon to 3. Encourage you to come by. You do not need a ticket to get in. This is for you plus one for the VIP experience as you go down there. It'll be caller number 3 right now at 505-246-0610. 505-246-0610. You win that. Courtesy of 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Every weekday morning, the opening.
I'd like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games.
10, Meineke on San Pedro, doing car care right.
All right, the Falcons have been hit by injuries on the defense, so they signed Zadarius Smith, who was retired. He's now unretired. He's going to be counted on absolutely immediately. Three-time Pro Bowler, signed a one-year deal with the Falcons. They lost, their pass rushers have just been beat up. They lost their edge rusher, Jalon Walker. They lost James Pierce the other day. And so Zadarius Smith is now signed with the Falcons. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. I'm going to move in a second, but let's do this. JJ, what day is today? Tuesday? We'll normally do this segment on Thursdays, Two Dudes, Too Many Teams. But I got a question on the text line, 505-246-0610, the Sports Animal Meineke on San Pedro text line. Fantasy football question, favorite pick to draft from in a 10-team league and 12-team snake draft. Okay, there's three parts to this question. So is he asking your favorite pick at number one? Do you basically comes down, do you like Gibbs or do you like Bijan?
I think he's asking where you like drafting from.
Favorite pick to draft? Oh, okay. Do you have a choice on that? I mean, like 3 would be good, 3 or 4.
This year, you want 1 or 2, I think.
Okay.
Just because Bijan Robinson and Jahmyr Gibbs in PPR League can provide you that little extra.
Okay. So that
but
goes.
A lot of times it's you get what you get and you don't throw a pick.
So, yeah. Okay. He was saying where. Okay. So follow-up question number 1 on draft strategy. In a 2 running back PPR league, are you favoring running backs early or wide receivers early? Meaning, do you believe there's more talent later in rounds at wide receiver or running back? And I know you and I differ on this. So
Not anymore.
I stack up on running back. I think I want one of those stud receivers. And ideally I want 1 of each, but it's hard to get that. I believe that you can find more guys that can fill holes late in rounds at receiver than you can at running back. So I like to load up on running backs. Are you the same way? Because historically, you and I have been different.
Yeah, I think it a little bit comes down to that question. Kind of where are you falling? What can you lean into based on what you have available when you're drafting? Because you can get one of them good picks, and then a lot of times you have to wait and watch when you do to go off the board before it comes back. To me, I like to get an established RB1 early and then build from there. So in the first 2 rounds, try to get a guy that I know week in and week out is going to be the top dude, and then I'll play the draft board.
I got a number 1 pick in a 14-team league. I mean, it's going to be a month before I draft again. Right? You take the first pick, but then forever. And then follow up to the follow-up. Who do you trust more for a late-round pickup, Marvin Harrison Jr. or Michael Wilson? I think we're going to differ here, too. I think Harrison's going to have a year. I think this has to be his breakout. I know Wilson was really good last year. I like Harrison.
Wilson, seen it with Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah. No, I knew you'd go the other way on that, and that'll be an interesting one. So that we didn't help you there. JJ likes Wilson. I like Harrison.
So which one of us do you like more? And then that'll answer the question.
Who's listed on their depth chart? And I know this doesn't matter, but who do you think is listed as the number 1?
I don't think they do that.
They don't?
It's like X or Y. It's who's playing on the outside.
And I see Harrison, Wilson, and then Kendrick Bourne. I'm more concerned about them running the ball now in a high ankle sprain early on Love.
He was talking about what changed. It wasn't just the quarterback. Late in the season, they moved him to outside.
And him and Jacoby Brissett had something going.
On the outside, running different routes.
Yeah. And him and Jacoby Brissett had something going. I think it's now or net. Well, that's not probably fair because he sticks around. But I mean, it's paid. It's a pay year for Marvin Harrison, right? It's throw me the damn ball and watch me catch it instead of drop it. But yeah, that's just my feeling on it. All right. This is interesting. So Live canceled. This will be the last weekend of Live for the year. And there's reports, and this is on Yahoo Sports, it's reporting this, that John Rahm has a deal in place that will allow him to return to the PGA Tour in 2027. His final Live golf appearance will be this weekend. And Live managed to hold on to him for, a while. But the reports came out that Liv was resigned to losing him at the end of the season. Man, he made a lot of money and hadn't been there that long, right? They're looking for the fresh investment in 2027. Rahm, according to this, is headed back to the PGA. Tee Times is a site, and again, I'm not familiar with them, but that doesn't mean they're right or wrong. Obviously, they're good. It says he struck a deal with those at Ponte Vedra, which includes paying $25 million fine. This will be to the PGA, so he'll pay a $25 million fine to charity. It's just some of that oil money he made. And like Brooks Koepka, he'll have to earn his way into all the signature events from next season, so he'll not be able to receive sponsor invites. He's got to earn his way in. The report says that his team, Legion 8, the general manager, is working on securing a similar deal for Tyrrell Hatton. However, nothing's been agreed to yet. So PGA Tour members who are staying on tour are concerned about how easy it could be for LIV players to return. And is it I don't know, is it easy just to pay $25 million? Like, is it that not everybody can do that. If you can afford it, I guess that makes it easy. It feels like a pretty big sum, and I think it's good that it's going to charity, and I think it's probably good that Rahm's coming back. But he made an absolute fortune when he was there. Should it be more, I don't know, JJ, penal, obstructive, hard, for lack of a better word, for these guys to get back on the PGA Tour?
I think playing golf to get your spot makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, earn your way back. Yeah. No, I appreciate whoever sent me that. I appreciate that. It's interesting to be where that's going to go. But I guess the LIV event was canceled. The Michigan event was canceled. They and so they will end their season. They've officially confirmed that the team event and the individual event was canceled, and they'll play their final event this week. Okay. I mean, should I watch it? Who's the one guy who emails me all the time telling me I have no excuses? All right, let's get to some of your stuff. Richard wants to know who's going to do the NIU scout, AJ. It says, normally these upper Midwest schools have a lot of talent. It must be all that corn feeding from a young age. That's why their Husky cheerleaders and chaperones are so disappointing. I didn't see anything to get me to believe they'll be an upper-level squad in the Mountain West. Okay. Well, we'll work on that. Bourne says, not even Albuquerque baseball, Jeff. Last night was one of the last of 2026 with nothing on TV but Desperate Housewives and Big Bang Theory. I don't know. Dodgers Rockies was on. Not even Albuquerque baseball was in action. I hope folks took their daughters, significant others, to that overpriced restaurant they've wanted to try, because next week we start getting football that matters. It's going to be a minute. We had Tony Sanchez on, the New Mexico State head coach. JJ Bruce says that he's keeping receipts, and if Jason and Jerome's guys start 1-3 or 1-4, wants to replay that Tony interview. Did Tony say anything that was making any promises? I mean, he sounded like a coach who likes his team coming out of camp, right? What did you hear from Tony that was out of line? Anything? I thought he was right on today.
Think he made any crazy predictions?
No. He said his offensive line's coming together. The running back room has really been nice. He's got a quarterback, and their defense should be good. Hell, they start at Florida State. That's a tough start. They get that Mercyhurst game, and then they got to go to Hawaii. They get the Lobos coming in. They start league play with one of the league favorites. Oh, man. Seems pretty hard to me. But we'll see. You know, he knows he's got to win this year. I think Tony knows that. But you want to hold him accountable? You should. James says, Lady Lobos equal the Dyers. It seems like the Lady Lobos need to get healthy. They get healthy when the Fly Girls are on the schedule. Ditto when the Dodgers are sent to play JJ's organization. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, it feels right. Lady Lobos go up and play Air Force. They win. Dodgers seem to do pretty well against the Rockies. Yeah, fair enough. Bruce, again, says, let's say NMSU start. Boy, Bruce is really after Tony. Let's say they start 1-2 with a win against Mercyhurst with no UTEP on their schedule. Is Tony coaching for his job on the 26th? Look, man, I don't know. Yeah, they got to win. Like everybody else, they got to win. Tony knows it's in his third year. Does he get fired mid-season? Is that what you're asking me? I hope not. I like Tony. Like, I'm not rooting for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he knows he's got to win. So, tell us, where's the summer gone? Tonight begins a 30-game sprint to the finish line for Albuquerque's baseball team. One more series at Newsenda in 2026. Yeah, the games are dwindling down. Get out there and enjoy it. Have fun. Taco night. They got the chef creations, by the way, JJ, for the big taco night tonight. You get to enjoy that. All right, when we get back, let me get into some more of the NFL stuff that's there. I want to revisit that. You know what else we got to do? This Laker thing. How about the Bus family? I started doing the math on 12.5 billion and what's 17.5%. And then I guess you got to split it up between all the Bus siblings. Sell it. You don't ever have to see me again. But Jeannie's holding that up. We'll get into the Lakers thing as well. How's your yard looking? You've been out there? It's getting cooler at night. We took a nice walk with the dogs last night. It was beautiful outside and sat out in the yard. It's looking nice. I mean, I don't know if it's immaculate anymore. I probably need my friends over at LaBarge Landscape to come out one more time. But when they took over my yard last summer, it just became beautiful. I suggest any landscaping you need. Just got a text today from a good friend. Said, hey, the LaBarge Landscape, are they really that good? And I'm like, yeah, they really are. Like, call Ruth, call Ashley, tell them I said you're interested in getting some landscaping done. They are that good. I have used LaBarge Landscaping. I will use them again. They made my yard so much better, and they'll do that for you. It's getting later in the season, but it's not too late to let LaBarge make your landscape closer to immaculate. They'll turn your dreams into reality, whether it's a cleanup that you need, you want to redo your yard, you got a major project, don't know what you want, you need some help with design. They are the best. How do I know? Because I've used them. They've done some work for me. They are fantastic. They've done some work for friends of mine. They are stoked as well. See some examples of their amazing work. Go to galleries at labargelandscape.net, LABARGE, labargelandscape.net. Click on galleries and call 505-345-3000. 505-345-3000. LaBarge Landscape, too good for words.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. located on ProView Networks.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity greens and
podcasts.
I don't know if you saw this story came out. Boise State faces an $18 million budget deficit that they're claiming due to revenue sharing in their move to the Pac-12. Their athletic department reported a looming budget deficit of $18 million to the State Board of Education the other day. JJ, have you seen this? Because there's been a lot of talk about this. It's emblematic of where athletics is. And it's going to open up the conversation again. Should athletics at any university be self-sustaining? And why should it be? And last I told you, I think it was 12% of athletic departments operate in the black.
If you're playing college athletic at the Division I level, you're going to have to be paying a lot of money and getting a lot of money.
Yeah, but
you're not going to be self-sustaining.
I think that's the answer, right? That's
not happening.
Yeah. Jeremiah Dickey's their athletic director. He cited two main sources for the deficit. And again, this isn't a woe is me. This is more of an informational thing. And don't think that, New Mexico's in a different world. He cited the revenue sharing, basically paying the players, and the schools moved to the Pac-12. But he was quick when he noted that the university's reserve funds are going to cover the deficit. So the university's got reserve funds, and they're going to bail them out. Last year, Boise State's deficit, in this story says, was only $2 million. Only $2. That was aided by a concert they hosted at the stadium, and they had a massive budget surplus from a year ago. If New Mexico's athletic department had a $2 million surplus, how does that go over in this state? I'm sorry, a deficit, not surplus, a deficit. How does it go over? Remember when Krebs was like a few $100,000 in the red and people lost their ever-loving minds, right?
Yeah, it's college athletics costs money, and it's just the way it is, but a lot of people will not like it.
No. Well, I mean, nobody likes losing money or spending money or having it cost money. I think semantics matter here. Losing money, costing money, spending money, all mean the same but mean different things, if that makes sense. Right? It's going to cost to compete. Now, who's should have to pay? Should it all be on athletics? And this is where, look, you and I have had this conversation. I've been in front of this microphone for over 18 years. I will tell you that New Mexico is not the only one who needs athletics supplemented with income by the university. Just like the chemistry department does and every other department at the university needs to help athletics. Now, because athletics brings in money, and they do spend more money, people think, well, they're bringing in money, so they should be self-sufficient. They should be their own business. And it doesn't work that way almost anywhere. The AD at Boise State, quote, "We are falling behind." Well, yeah. He was talking about, last year Boise State spent $10 million in revenue sharing with athletes. If they want to compete with other top programs, the budget is expected to increase significantly. And if Boise State increases rev sharing, it's still close to the $22 million cap established by the NCAA. By the way, I say $22 million cap, and then we talk about $40 million football rosters. Right? They also talked at Boise State about the lawsuit. It's really been interesting to watch the reaction come in from Boise State's deficit and the different places that react. But JJ, I think it's good that this came out because I think it really brought attention to schools, and especially the group of 6, need help. Where are they getting it from? And I've seen all kinds of charts, and I know you have as well. Student fees, what's the percentage of that? How much is coming in from student fees? How much comes in from the state? how much comes in from, is raised internally. Every single stream of revenue, jersey patches to field emblems to everything is, you have to now. And it's going to the players. And this is where they're all asking Congress to step in. I never thought I'd see a day where people in athletics were begging the government to get involved in their game, right? But if there is somehow a hard cap placed on the rev share, then I think these athletic departments can start to reel things in a little bit and start to at least know what target they're shooting at every year. You know what I mean?
It doesn't change anything. Just have name, image, and likeness deals.
Above and beyond. But at that point, the schools, well, theoretically, aren't having to budget for that. Those are coming in from outside sources. Yeah. Yeah, you don't see any but like, we've hit the threshold where guys are staying in college because they're making more money than going pro. We've hit that now, right? I think we've surpassed that. JT Toppin's a great example, isn't he? JT Toppin was making, I think, $4 million at Texas Tech last year to play basketball. And he was advised, look, man, you're not going to be a top 15 pick. So if you stay at Texas Tech, you're going to make more money than you will if you go to the NBA. Which, you say that sentence 10 years ago, 5 years ago, it's foreign language. But that's where it's evolved to at this point. I don't know the answer to sustainability on this. And that's why I think college athletics is teetering on such a weird little cliff right now, because you hear about separation. The gap between the haves and the have-nots continues to get wider.
Even with the Protect or Save College Sports Act, it's not saving you money. You're still going to be hemorrhaging millions upon millions of dollars on these rosters. So what is it doing?
Well,
that's where I'm just lost. Like,
there's a lot
in
there.
Saving?
Yeah,
it's not coming back. You're still spending a load of money on your roster because this is where it is now. Like, what are you saving?
Well, okay. Not money. Right? Not money. It's trying to limit the amount of transfers.
And that does nothing for the financials.
Right. It wants to establish some sort of NIL framework, right? Instead of the patchwork of state laws, because Mississippi is different than New Mexico, is different than North Dakota, that's different than Washington. They want to protect the athletes' rights to earn money through their NIL. They want to regulate agents, which I think we all believe is a good thing, don't you? They want rules around transferring and tampering. You asked, what does the Save College Sports Act
Supposed to
want
be
to
rules
do?
about that now, and it doesn't do anything.
Right, but if there's the thought is if there's some sort of federal legislation on that, then you could govern it. Look, I'm as skeptical as you are. There's antitrust protections for the NCAA, which would theoretically protect them in some of these lawsuits that they're just getting pounded in. Every lawsuit the NCAA is in, they're just getting pumped. So, I don't know. So you don't like the Save College Sports Act, right?
Well, I don't know what it's saving.
Well,
it's not.
It's probably
answering any of these questions that are really putting the financial strain on the universities, because there's no way to come back.
Yeah, I don't know that the financial strain is what it's really trying to address, more so than the framework of transferring of student athletes being protected, of agents taking advantage of these guys, the antitrust protections for the NCAA. I don't believe it's addressing any sort of a salary cap or that sort of thing. No. And so if you're sitting in administration in college athletics, not only, by the way, your coaches and players want more money. Everybody in your building wants more money. Your deputy athletic director wants more money. Your SID wants more money. Everybody wants more money. I know this isn't popular, and I know this will not happen. You know where you could save hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars every year if there was a cap on coaches' salary? But I'm not looking to take money away from coaches, and so I'm not telling you I believe there should be. Right? I don't. Coaches earn their keep. They've got incredible responsibility. And what a coach who establishes a winning program at a university can bring into that university, hence what he's worth, I'm not looking to put a cap on that. But before the players' salaries got out of, I don't want to say out of hand, took off. How about that? What took off at a bigger rate? And it's when you start seeing, a college coach making $13 million a year. And again, I'm not telling you it's too much, man. I'm always make what you can make. Go get yours. If you're making $1.5 million here and you can go make $4 million at another school, go get yours. But nobody talks about that, really. I mean, it just what does that do for your program? An extra $2 to $3 to $5 million in your program. Now, some places that's pittance, right? And when you hear an $18 million deficit at Boise State and a $24 million deficit at the University of Washington, right? All these, I mean, the numbers are boggling. You're like, okay, how are you covering this? Oh, by the way, let's just do it again next year and see what our deficit's going to be.
Yeah. We're in it now.
Yeah, no, you're in it and there's no turning back. And now you've got to figure out how to dog paddle, how to keep your head above water in this thing and how to survive. And at some point, is it worth it? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This is a Westwood One Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Hey, it's me, George Lovato Jr., the on-call outdoor chef, and you're watching me right now on ProView Networks Comcast Channel 26. I'm coming back for Season 3, a lot of new stuff, fun recipes from the Southwest, a little history, Southwestern cooking techniques. We're going to cook underground. I might even tell you a secret about Chimayo red chili. Come on back and watch us at chasingtheflames.com or here on Channel 26, ProView Networks. Bye-bye. See you later.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys.
This poll came out, and people seem to like to talk about that and who's voting in it and who's not. It's the opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. What do you got to know as you go through the day? What stands out to you? The Lakers story? Does that hit you at all? The Kawhi Leonard thing?
The Kawhi Leonard thing is the most unsurprising thing of all this. Is the league doesn't want to come down on owners maybe doing some off the book stuff, because guess what? Steve Ballmer isn't the only one. Got it.
So the Kawhi Leonard trade from the Clippers to the Raptors was put on hold as the NBA investigated this report that Kawhi Leonard was getting paid under the table to circumvent the salary cap by a shell company that Steve Ballmer, the Clippers owner, put $50 million into and then went bankrupt. The NBA said they found no evidence showing that Ballmer funneled money through team sponsors to pay Kawhi Leonard to circumvent the salary cap. So does that mean the trade is now good?
It's trending that way.
All right.
It seems like they couldn't find they weren't going to find anything. And you know who did all the investigative work for you? It was Pablo Torre, by the way. That's all there. But nothing to see here. Don't look at the man behind the curtain.
Yeah.
It makes sense, man. The NBA wasn't going to come down on itself for the owners when they're like, do you really want to pull this back and see what's there?
Because you think this is way more rampant than just Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, I think it's when you get to that level and you look at those owners in the room who, by the way, the commissioners work for, or the commissioner works for.
That's correct.
They're looking at each other going, dude, just be cleaner next time, man.
Yeah. Just don't let Pablo Torre find your mess.
Because Pablo Torre did all the investigation that was needed for the NBA, but they're going to be like, yeah, we're good. We don't find any improprieties here.
The NBA says that they're now focused on whether or not the team's introduction of Kawhi to team sponsors is a violation of league rules. prohibiting salary cap circumvention. The league's trying to figure out whether the Clippers are guilty of what they're calling failure to supervise, end quote, employees. But it's pretty unclear what specific rule the team would have violated and what the penalties would be. So I think you're right. There's an 11-month investigation into the salary cap circumvention that's going to be, nope, we're good. All right, Kawhi got all this money, and by the way, he played, and everything's going to be fine. Okay, cool. The Lakers sale. Jeannie Buss, who's been the governor of the Lakers, is contesting her family's vote to sell the Lakers. Her siblings, so the Lakers were put in the family trust when Dad died, when Jerry Buss died. They held on to 17.5% when they sold last year to Mark Walter. Her siblings evidently voted to sell the remaining 17.8% share of the Lakers. Shams Charania, who is the NBA version of Adam Schefter, fair? Reported yesterday that the Buss family voted to sell their shares to Josh Kushner and Bob Iger at the same 12.5% valuation that Mark Walter agreed to last week. They believe they got the right to sell based on a tag-along provision that had been included in the previous sale. Jeannie, through her lawyer, is contending that the court ruled in 2017 that no sale could be done without approval by co-trustees, i.e. Janie, and Joey Buss. She's trying to hold on to 17.5% of $12.5 billion is a lot of money. Then they got to divide it by 4, right? Holy smokes, dude! Where does this end up?
That's one where what is she trying to hold on to? What does she want to get out of this? Previous agreements, stuff that's on the table. Where's she going to go?
Or does she just want to hold on? Mm-hmm. So 17.5% of $12.5 billion is $2,187,500,000. Is that right? Did I miss a comma somewhere? I mean, this is unfathomable to me. 2,187,500,000. So if they had to divide that by 4, each kid would get $546 million. I mean, I don't know. Is that a lot to them? Or do you
it doesn't sound like it's a money issue for
I think she enjoys being the governor of the Lakers, right? And I think there's something to this. And Jeannie, more than any of the kids, is kind of held onto this family business of this is what Dad built, and I want to be part of it. It is weird. And I'm old enough to remember very kind of vaguely when Jack Kent Cooke owned the Lakers, the Kings, and the Forum. And they sold it to Jerry Buss. But it's really kind of hard to think of the Lakers without the Buss family involved, isn't it? It'd be kind of like the Cowboys without the Jones family, don't you think? The Yankees without the Steinbrenner family. And I don't know if that's what she's kind of holding on to. But watch that, because it's going to be a crazy little family soap opera going on there. And I think there's something to that I just don't know where it goes. All right, what else you got to watch tonight? You got you got Dodgers and Rockies today. Isotopes are home. They open up a series with Las Vegas out at the ball pitch. You can go out and catch that, and of course catch that here on the Sports Animal. One other thing I didn't get to, what do you think of Roger Goodell saying absolutely there's going to be a team based outside the United States? I've told you for a long time, I just don't think it's a great idea.
I am with you on that not being a good idea, especially when we want to talk about player safety and just the product of the game. But games. Hey, we got to go play games at Hawaii, so there you go.
Well, but go play games there. If they go outside the United States, so you think it should be Canada or Mexico, it should be adjacent. And Canada's a lot safer, and there's not a lot less language barrier, especially football, man. There's a lot less foreign players in football. You can tell me about basketball all you want and the different languages, and baseball, same thing. Football's pretty much, I mean, what, north of 90% American players? I just don't think it's a great idea. We'll get there. Thanks to Tony Sanchez. He was with us today. Tomorrow, Sean Ryder, Albuquerque Journal beat writer covering Louisville football, will be with us. That'll be at 9 o'clock. The Herd with Colin Coward is next. The Jim Rome show's after that. Ice Soaps Baseball tonight. And we're back with award-winning radio tomorrow morning, and we will start at 7 a.m. Adrian produced on the TV side. It looks fabulous. Appreciate you. He's JJ Buck. I am Jeff Symbieta. Big day for you.
Huge day.
Enjoy it. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys